Hey, what's going on, everybody? So one thing that has been in my mind these past couple days is thinking about Kurt Benkert after that preseason performance, which I think, at least for me, I was pleasantly surprised by how he played in that game. And, I've said in the past when I did my 53-man roster prediction, I was deciding, do the Packers keep 2 quarterbacks, 3 quarterbacks? There are lots of receivers the Packers potentially need to keep. Maybe we should just not keep a quarterback. And that was my prediction. But things have sort of changed since I, watched Kurt Benkert in that last preseason game because honestly, I thought he did pretty good in that game. And just the fact, with Aaron Rodgers' uncertainty in the future here in Green Bay, we don't know what's going to happen after this season. Obviously, we have him for this season, so that's, A-okay, that's great news. But after this season, Aaron Rodgers could not be here. Of course, we have Jordan Love, who honestly looked really good, I thought, in his first preseason game, and he could end up being, a solid quarterback for the Packers in the future. But now, after Kurt Benkert's, pretty solid performance in that preseason game, and, the fact that, even though Jordan Love looked good in that preseason game, we still don't know exactly how good he'll be in the NFL. So now what I'm sort of thinking is it could make sense for the Packers to keep Kurt Benkert on this 53-man roster just because of how he looked in that preseason game. You'd have to think at least one of the 31 other NFL teams right now, someone out there is like, oh, maybe he could be good for us. So if the Packers were not to put him on the 53-man roster, there's a chance that, he doesn't end up getting, onto the practice squad for the Packers because there's that, somewhere between 24-hour and 2-day period, something like that, where a team can claim a player that doesn't make the 53-man roster. Other teams, I think, have probably taken note to him, so maybe it's risky for the Packers if they do want to keep him around to allow another team to have the chance to come in and claim him. So now I'm sort of thinking the Packers should just keep him just because after this season, let's say Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back, which is a possibility. Maybe the Packers figure something out and maybe Aaron Rodgers comes back. But in the possibility of Aaron Rodgers not coming back in 2022, we'll obviously have Jordan Love, which I think he can be great. At the same time, though, there is some uncertainty there, so why not keep a guy in Kurt Benkert who's shown, some promising things in these past couple preseason games? Plus, if he's here this entire season, he has an entire year to learn this offense behind Aaron Rodgers. So then, if Aaron Rodgers is gone after this season, if Jordan Love isn't able to live up to what, the Packers hope he can, which I think he will, but at the same time, I think just having Kurt Benkert here just gives us a little bit of a safety net. At the same time, maybe the Packers could trade him to someone for, I don't know what he would go for, maybe 5th round, 6th, 7th. Who knows what, Kurt Benkert would go for. Maybe that's an option as well. But I just think after the season, to only have Jordan Love is a little risky. Of course, though, after the season, maybe the Packers could pick up some, random guy. We picked up, Blake Bortles, sometime this offseason. So there's probably going to be some other quarterbacks around if the Packers, needed someone else on the roster after this season. But why not keep a guy who could have an entire year here in Green Bay, learn a lot more about the offense, develop behind, Aaron Rodgers. Just have 2 guys there just in case Jordan Love doesn't pan out. And of course, I hope Jordan Love pans out. I think he could be great, and I thought he looked really good in that preseason game. But just after that, second preseason game with Kurt Benkert showing what he did, I think that the Packers should just keep him around. I did change my opinion on that after that one performance. He did pretty solid in that game, 18 for 25, 151 yards, 83.9 passer rating. The thing I really liked about what I saw from Kurt Benkert was just basically his willingness to sling it. He didn't look afraid. He didn't look like he was hesitating at all. He was willing to, put the ball in the tight spots. He was honestly faster, too, than I just expected. He looked pretty fast out there. So overall, I just really liked what I saw from him, and that's basically why I've sort of changed my tune on why I think the Packers should keep him, just to be safe so another team comes in and snags him from the Packers, because honestly, I think that would be sort of sad. It seems like he's a guy that, lots of the Packers teammates, they respect him. He seems like he's a very humble guy from his interviews I've seen, very likable guy. And so I just want to keep him around Green Bay, and I think that, to secure that, to secure having him on the roster, that means keeping him on the 53. Maybe he slides through if they don't keep him on the 53-man roster, but I think there's a chance someone else comes in and grabs him. But I'll be curious to hear, what do you guys think? Should we keep him around? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Also want to let you guys know I also have a website now, thesидelinescoop.com. I'm going to start writing some articles on there. I've already put 2 articles on there so far, so go check that out. I may start doing some other NFL articles on there as well. We'll see what happens there, but go check that out down in the description below. If you guys haven't subscribed, you want to see more Packers content, this channel is mainly Packers content, so go subscribe to the channel down below. I'm going to drop a like on the video as well, but thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you guys on the next video.